as the death toll continues to climb again overnight. KTLA's Aaron Myers joining us in studio with more on relief efforts. Aaron.
Good morning, you two. The governor of Maui says it will take years and billions of dollars to rebuild. This as the search for the victims of the wildfires continues. Currently, the death toll stands at 114, but that number is expected to rise. Residents are
We need time to heal. We need time to heal and to come together. We also need to be involved in the planning process for rebuilding our community. We ask that the governor meet our demands and work with us to create a better future for Lahaina.
In a news conference yesterday, the governor attempted to lay their fears, saying that what's rebuilt will be determined by the people and that the town will be a living memorial to those that were lost while preserving and protecting Native Hawaiian culture. He also directed the state attorney general to impose criminal penalties on anyone who tries to take advantage of the victims by acquiring property in the affected areas. The governor says the scope of the devastation on Maui is difficult to express in words. More than 2,200 buildings have been destroyed. The damage is estimated to be nearly $6 billion. Officials are now working on reuniting separated families and identifying the remains of those that were lost. About 470 search and rescue workers and 40 search dogs are still combing through the disaster area. The Pentagon has sent teams to help identify the victims. Officials say once all the victims have been recovered, the next step is to make sure the communities are safe from hazardous materials. After that, families will be allowed to return to their properties. The cause of the wildfires is still under investigation, but officials have been facing criticism for not using sirens, water shortages that hampered the firefighting efforts, and an escape route that was filled with vehicles that were consumed by flames. Shortly after defending the decision not to sound the sirens, Maui's Emergency Management Agency administrator resigned. Maui's mayor is now looking to fill that position as quickly as possible. Local residents say they should have been warned.
It's really heart-wrenching when you hear press conferences of the governor, the mayor saying all these things, and you're like, what? That's really not what's going on, and that's not really what we want. There should have been a siren that was sounded. We should have had warning, or MPD should have, busted out their megaphones and said, fire, fire, like they should have said something. Somebody should have said something.
There was nothing.
No, not at all.
As for the displaced, authorities are hoping to clear the group shelters by early next week. The governor said at least 1,000 hotel rooms will be set aside for them. The hotel contracts will last for 7 months, but could be extended. I'll send it back to you both.
Aaron, thank you. It's California appeals court reviving lawsuits from 2 men who claim they were sexually abused by the late Michael Jackson as children. In 2013 and 2014, Wade Robson and James Safeshuk filed suits against 2 corporations owned by Jackson, MJJ Productions and MJJ Ventures. The lawsuits were dismissed in 2021 when a judge ruled that the corporations involved in the suit could not be held liable for Jackson's actions. Well, the corporations argued they had no control over the actions of their owner, but in a new ruling Friday, a 3-judge panel in California's 2nd District Court of Appeal thinking otherwise. The judge is writing, quote, a corporation that facilitates the sexual abuse of children by one of its employees is not excused from an affirmative duty to protect those children merely because it's solely owned by the perpetrator of the abuse.
New trains coming to LA's Metro. Over the next few months, Metro plans to roll out 64 new trains along the red and purple lines. These trains are much roomier and can fit about 250 people in each car. One of the biggest changes is riders can walk between the cars while on board. There's also a new bench seating area like you see here, very similar to what you see in New York's subway, right?
Yeah.
LA Metro hopes the new look encourages people to use the service.
If you want to keep yourself entertained while traveling, forget a smartphone. Now you can bring a whole TV in your briefcase. LG's latest product, the Stand By Me Go, is a briefcase that holds a portable TV inside. The 27-inch touchscreen also comes with built-in battery power and speakers. LG is currently taking pre-orders on the Briefcase TV, which has a price tag